You have a question? Oh, yes, I have an answer. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is another episode of Ask James. Let's get into our email. I am one of your followers on YouTube. Let me just say I love your reviews and support you 100%. Let me get to the situation at hand. So I love the LGBT family. I support and have protested for their rights. I was following a YouTuber, and I'm not going to say the name. It's a male YouTuber that actually does do both personas. He does a male persona and a female persona as well. Um, I actually watch him too. Recently, I thought he was sweet and cool. So I noticed he started asking followers for donations, which at the time I didn't think anything about it. He stated that he needed the coins to keep the lights on because he was starting a radio show on the YouTube as he did gossip reviews. So I decided to donate $100 through PayPal. I didn't realize I donated from my checking account versus my credit card I have on file. I didn't think anything of it. So one day last week, I was checking out one of his videos, which I attached to this email below for you to view. So apparently, he was shouting out people that donated to him, and he said, and I quote, he actually called her by her name. Oh my God. Um, I'm not going to say your entire name, but your donation be pending for 2 days, girl. What's going on? So I'm thinking, WTF. The audacity of this MF. I'm donating to him my effing money, and the nerve of you to say the payment's still pending. Now, any person with common sense would know a payment via check from PayPal takes 3 to 5 days. That's true. I go through PayPal. I work with PayPal and have for years, and that's true. So I went off on his ass and let him have it. I felt like he was trying to embarrass me as if the money wasn't there. So me being the person I am, I canceled the payment from check and sent the payment via credit card and basically told him he would not get another dime from me. So people seen the video and my response and immediately stopped following him and unsubscribed to his videos because he revealed his money hungry ass, and people agreed with me. The same people started Googling him and found out he has been on all these reality shows and is thirsting for fame at the expense of his followers to donate. Someone also told me he gets paid for all the likes and comments he gets on his YouTube videos. He has been exposed as a fraud. So another girl that I'm cool with and support is, I won't say her name either, but she has I actually watch her too. She's a fierce YouTuber that does advice as well, but I don't want to put her name out there because this is kind of messy. Um, she just did a question and answer with this other said YouTuber. I kept it real and told her I love her dearly and support her, but watch out for him because he's a fraud. So someone asked why I said that about him. I told the story and the truth. So he responded to me, "What's the tea, bitch? You know I'm going to find it." And replied, "Bitch, the tea is," oh, sorry. And I replied, "Bitch, the tea is you're a fraud." And I called your ass out. And I told him, you don't want it with me. He has also been using my slogan, live and speak your truth. I'm on Twitter, and when I quote, that is always one of my hashtags. I have shirts, mugs, and etc. with that slogan. If he tries to make a dime off it, I will sue his ass. My question to you, James, is am I wrong or crazy for calling his ass out? What are your thoughts? I have attached a video and a few comments below and proof of the payment to him. Let me just say, I'm one of those people that give and support people. My family, friends, and myself have gave to local small businesses of Texas due to the Hurricane Harvey. I challenged him to do the same. No comment. Laugh out loud. I will not try to destroy his ass. I just told my girl to watch him. His day is coming, and he will be revealed. Okay, so thank you guys for bearing with me. We're trying to read through there. It's not that I can't read. You all know I can read, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't say anything that I didn't want out there. Like I didn't want to put people's names out there because this is messy, messy, messy. And I read this one beforehand because a lot of times I do this. I don't even read the emails. I just pick one and go ahead and do it. I read this beforehand because it said it actually had tea in it. So I said, I better check and read through this. And I kind of read through it, but then trying to get back through it without stammering and stumbling, and I did, but that's okay. We got through it. You got the gist of it, okay? So this is a messy ass situation. And let me say this right off the bat. You're better than me because he wouldn't have got the $100. Talk shit, get spit, honey. He would not have gotten that $100. When I canceled it off from my checking, there would have never been a credit card payment. It would have been, you got the laugh. That laugh cost you $100. That was completely out of order. Now, let me go ahead and address this situation about YouTube and the money thing. And this is something that you all have never seen me do because I do not talk about this whole money thing and YouTube, but I'm going to talk about it today. Okay, so yes, it is true that I know he is a YouTube partner and he is a person that actually gets ads and things on his video. So yes, when you see ads on YouTube videos, those creators are actually getting payment from YouTube. When they put ads on our videos, that's how we create, that's what generates revenue for us. It generates revenue for YouTube, and YouTube gives us a percentage of revenue. So all of that works in conjunction, and then your comments, your likes, and all of that runs into that. That all meshes together, and that's what creates the YouTuber's revenue, okay? So that's no big secret. That's not a secret. Now, the other thing that's not a secret is that earlier this year, there was a really big shakeup, and it's been a lot of problem for a lot of YouTubers, okay? Not just all of us as a whole, all of us. The big YouTubers, the small YouTubers, everybody is being hit by it. It's, we've always had freedom of speech. We could say whatever we want. We could do pretty much whatever we want, as long as we're not hurting anybody, or anything like that. I mean, really hurting anybody, as long as like child pornography and different things like that, anything that's against the law, things like that. You can't do that. But as far as saying what you want, you can say what you want. You could talk about what you want. Well, that all changed, okay? And everybody took a hit for it. And especially people that did like the ratchet shows, or what's seen as the ratchet shows. Anybody who curses, anybody who does anything political, anything like that, anything religious might be hit. Those YouTubers are actually feeling the burn of it because it was this big thing of all the advertisers don't want their company and their brand associated with all types of people. So this is what's been going on. And yes, when I say it is to a point where you've heard a lot of YouTubers come out and they've talked about it, because literally what they were making has been a lot of times cut more than in half. So that's where you're starting to see people who are starting to do Patreon, and people are being really transparent about their money stuff on YouTube. And, they are openly saying, you know what, if you want to, donate to my channel to help me and this, that, and the other. And this is where all of that is actually coming from. Now, I'll say this. I don't have a problem with YouTubers that are actually asking for donations, because every YouTuber knows their people, okay? They know who their followers are. Me personally, you haven't heard me say anything like that, because that's not who my followers are. That's not who I am as a YouTuber. I came to YouTube with no knowledge of being able to make money from YouTube at all. So when I first started YouTube, it was never about money, and I will never allow it to become about making money. So my people have come and they said, hey, go and get a P.O. box. I got the P.O. box because they told me to. And then, yes, they send me cards and they send me gifts, and all that stuff is fantastic. But I've never gotten on here and say, oh, send me this or send me that. I've never done that. I've gotten on here and told you all to participate in something that I did where I gave you all things. But that, again, this is how I started. And again, I always believe how I start is how I finish. I didn't come into YouTube about money, and I'm not going out of YouTube about money. It is what it is. I've always created videos because that's what I wanted to do. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy that you accept me being me. Period. I may come in as James, I may come in as Milan, I may come in as a mix between the two, and you all are still there, cheerleading on the sideline, like, go ahead, let's do it. And we built this channel to be what it is. So I don't knock the hustle that other people have, because that's what they do on their channel. So I don't have anything bad to say about it, depending. Now, I'm not really into a lot of this begging. Because some begging is just ridiculous. I mean, there's people that literally beg for, I mean, they go as far as, okay, my birthday's coming, and here I have a whole wish list of gifts that I want. Now, I'm saying stuff like that. To me, now that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But again, and then there's people that say, hey, I'm trying to get new lighting. I'm trying to take the channel in this direction, or I'm trying to go from doing these small videos into doing a web series or something like that. And if you want to donate, then donate. I don't have a problem with that. You won't hear that from me, but I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, I have a gift registry and all this kind of stuff. Come on. And then some things are plane tickets, places that should be actually give the places that you're going to do the event planner should be actually sending you a plane ticket, and you're begging for your subscribers to buy you a plane ticket. That's ridiculous. That stuff's ridiculous, because that's not the way, you're not doing your business effectively, and it shouldn't be on. See, that's a whole other video for another time. I'm ready to go left, but that's not fair to the subscribers. But again, anybody that wants to donate something, hey, go ahead and donate it. It's fine. That's fine. Donate it to the people, but just pay attention. Just pay attention, and then make sure that you're okay with what you're paying into. Like, okay, this person who wrote in, she wasn't even aware that this other YouTuber was actually drawing money already. She was under the impression that they were just completely doing it free. And I understand where she felt slighted. You know what I mean? And even though, that was a thing where she kind of didn't do her research. So she didn't really know. She didn't really know. And she was really being genuine-hearted and true and honest as she donated. And then what you got back, the thank you that you got back, that what, child, I've been ready to punch him in the face. I would have been ready to punch him in the face. You were definitely done wrong in this situation. Nothing that you did at this point, for me, nothing you did was wrong. Other than you actually gave your $100 when you actually had a chance not to, and I wouldn't have. I'm not that big of a person. I got a problem being the bigger person all the time. Baby, he would have never got my $100 to buy makeup, lighting, or anything else, baby. That smart comment and that kiki on that live would have cost him $100 because there's no way that I would. No way. But again, I'm going to wrap this up here. I say to anybody who wants to, if now you have the story. I've given you the information. So if you don't have a problem doing donations through Patreon, by all means, do the donations through Patreon. If you want to give donations, by all means, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong to donating things to your favorite YouTubers if that's what you want to do. Should you be pressured or feel pressured into it? No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I really don't. But anybody who wants to gift somebody something, there's nothing wrong with that. I just am not I'm not a fan of begging, period. I never have been. Even when it comes to my children, I don't play begging. If they want to get a good old whooping, that's the best way to do it. Go to begging. Begging will get your ass tore out of the frame. Something about a beggar that just goes all through me. And then a beggar and a shit talker on top of it. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Talking shit after begging? Ciao, bye. No, not at all. But no, so answer to your question, darling, nothing that you did was wrong other than giving your money to somebody that didn't deserve to have it. But everything else that you did after that, it was all fair game. He started it. And from the looks of things, you finished it. So it was what it was. So that's that. But now you have the whole story. You have nothing to feel bad about. You didn't do anything wrong. You were being actually a very, very nice person by actually donating to his cause, and he did you wrong, and I'm sorry that actually happened to you. So I'm gonna get on up out of here before I get into any trouble. I think I don't know, there was a couple things that I went out there that I probably shouldn't have said, but whatever, I'm grown. Whatever. I got a strong back. I can take it. So it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. I thank you for your support of me and the LGBTQ community. As usual, you all know how I feel about that stuff, and it is what it is. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And just be careful. Be careful out there in them YouTube streets. Later. You have something you need to get off your chest or something you need some help with? I'll give it my best shot. Send me an email to spillitboy@gmail.com, and in the title line, you want to put Hey James to make sure that I actually see it. If you don't put Hey James in the subject line, I'm not going to see it. It's going to continue to be an issue. So send me an email and we'll talk about it. Later.